Hello. Excuse me, Fringe. It's a bit short. I've got a bit of a Dave Hill from Slade vibe going on, but let's get over that. Expanding on the keeping on, keep going video. Now, what if you can't keep going? What if you feel completely broken, completely screwed up and fucked up, and you can't get out of your bed? What do you do? Within all us humans are untold reserves of spiritual strength and physical strength. You hear these tales of, a fella will be working on his car, the jack will give way, and the car falls on the husband, the wife runs out, lifts the car. You hear tales, it's not a common occurrence. Don't try it at home, girls. Don't be slipping discs on my account. Point being, we have untold reserves of strength, and you can tap into them. I remember at 23 years old, I had some form of breakdown. It wasn't diagnosed, but my head fell off. At 23 years old, I had my first big existential crisis of what's the fucking point. I was at art college at the time, and I was moping around the art college, and everybody was feeling sorry for me and all this, And one of the teachers said, at some point you've got to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. And I never forgot that. I was stuck in my head, because you can mope and you can gather buckets and buckets of fucking sympathy. It doesn't do you any good. I can remember one time with me, and it was only about a couple of years ago, and I didn't want to go. It's about this time of year. I don't know if it's cyclic for me because I've been a bit rough lately. And I lied in bed. I didn't want to go to fucking bed. So what I did, I dragged myself out of bed, okay, and I threw myself in my first cold shower. Now, a cold shower, you might do 30 seconds and then build up to 3 minutes. And I threw myself in, I think it was 3 minutes. Then I took myself in the garden to ground. What I've been talking about. I practice what I preach. It's not just that, though. Your initial step is just dragging yourself out. Albert Camus, I say Albert Camus because I'm illiterate. Albert Camus, the French existentialist philosopher. See, I got there in the end. One of his quotes, what I like, is that sometimes the superhuman achievement is just carrying on. And it really is. Sometimes to just keep going on in this crazy, fucked up world designed to send you mental. The most powerful thing you can do is I'm not going to keep hammering that fucking point home. The most powerful thing you can do is just keep putting one foot after the other. You have it in you. If you're watching this now and you're in a really low place, I know there's quite a few people. I've been fucked up. I had 2 really bad days. Fucking head fell off over nothing. But we're all in this together. Okay. Reach out to someone. If you've no family, you can even reach out to me. I'm no counsellor. I don't profess to have answers for you, but just reach out to some organisation, and try and do something. If you're depressed and moping about, it's the worst thing you can do. Try and be of service to others. I got that off Arnold Schwarzenegger. It might be laughing now, but it has a point. If you can do good for others, even when you're feeling low, that energy will come back onto you. Be of service to to your community or to other people, or just do something. And then this sounds crap, but I've heard so many different people say it. Go and take yourself on a walk in nature. You'll reset your frequencies and all that, and you might be able to think. Depression is a process. It's all forms of growth require pain. Now, depression is a catalyst. You know, Jung said, I'm not an intellectual, kids, so correct me if I'm wrong. I read a book, right, he said depression is a block of the libido. Now, when he referred to the, fucking that's 5 minutes long. When he referred to the libido, he wasn't talking about the sexual libido. The libido for him was life. The joie de vivre, the joy of living. For want of a better thing, his thing was, when you're depressed, you have an energetic blockage, which you have to work out and then get over that. When you get over it, as you will, it will be basically like you stood on top of a mountain, looking down at the problem. You'll be through it and above it. Trust me, I'm 52 years old. I've been through this shit a lot. So we've got that. This depression is a process. This too shall pass. Think of all the bad things that's happened to you in your life, or the good things. They all pass. It's cyclic. You'll get through it. You know, just dig deep. Drag the fucking reserves of strength and power. Connect to the universe. Connect to the source. Take your fucking shoes off. Connect to the earth. What did I got? Earth. Recharge. It's like plugging a phone in. Take your shoes and socks off and plug into the fucking earth. Blast yourself full of electrons. Believe in spirit. Whatever that is. You know. And you're onto a winner. If you can do that, it's only a matter of time and you will get through whatever you're going through. Trust me. You know, I can't say trust you, I'm a doctor. I'm not. But I'm somebody who's been kicked in the dick quite a lot of life over time, you know. And you're going to be all right. So, with that, please have a good weekend. And just remember, keep on, dig deep. I wish I had a more profound ending, but I'm going to go now. Why did I do that? I've just ruined this video. Thank you. Bye.